Arsenal are about to sign the most underrated player in the Premier League. Not since Michael Carrick. Different position, by the way. Different type of player. But not since Michael Carrick do I think there has been a bigger, more underrated, underappreciated player than Crystal Palace's Eze. Now, according to Ben Jacobs, this deal is relatively sorted on a player-to-club level. From an Arsenal to Eze level, he wants Arsenal. Arsenal want him. And what Ben Jacobs told me today is that the club-to-club conversations are going to start soon. Arsenal, of course, are always going to try and get a better financial deal for themselves. They're going to always try and get a deal that enables them to not pay £68 million cash up front. Why would they not? So those conversations have happened already via intermediaries. They're looking at doing a good deal. But let's just put the money aside for a moment. By the way, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Let's talk about this deal. We have seen Manchester City pull off one of the most impeccable deals of this summer in Turkey. And remember, when we speak about these deals, we are talking about all of them on paper because I know we've seen Turkey play for City, but not in the Premier League. We always know that our minds can change in the reality, but we can only review a transfer based on what we've seen of the player, the club they're going to, and how we think it will work. And for me, fantastic business, Man City buying Turkey. With KDB not, beyond the peak of his powers and now, of course, gone, replacing that creative spark at City is imperative. Chelsea, who actually are linked to Eze at the moment, they have Cole Palmer. That's why I don't think Chelsea will get that deal done. They have Palmer, who is one of the best attacking midfield players in the league. Yes, he had a dodgy back end of the Premier League season by his very early but top-level standards. We saw what he did, though, in the Club World Cup final against the best team in the world, Paris Saint-Germain. I just don't need to break it down anymore. I don't need to break it down. It doesn't need to be explained. You understand it instantly. And Liverpool, already a brilliant attacking team, champions of England, they have gone out and picked up one of the best young attacking midfield players Europe has seen in a long time. Verts, £116 million. Again, I hate this as a United fan, but as a football fan, I think he's going to tear up the Premier League as well. I just think everyone's making good business and got these really good players. What's Arsenal's response? Because they need a response. Arsenal just cannot go into next season with what they've got. There has to be a response. There has to be every action creates a equal or greater reaction. I may have said that saying wrong, but you get my point. And if Arsenal's reaction to this, if Arsenal's remedy, if their response, their comeback, their answer is Eze, this is a masterstroke and it is a goddamn cheat code. Cheat code. You can look at his stats, okay? And we'll look at his stats right now. I don't know them off the top of my head. They're not going to be the greatest in the world, but not going to be bad. But we're going to look at these for a moment. Let's just go to his stats here. Last season, 8 goals, 8 assists in the Premier League, 14 and 7. 14 goals and 11 assists in all comps. Very important in the FA Cup. 4 goals and 1 assist. That was to lead his team towards win, not towards winning the damn thing. This is a man who's 27 years of age, at the peak of his powers, got a brilliant pedigree, scores and assists at a decent rate, but not an astronomical one. But I think there's something to this. Now, I know that Michael Elise is younger and a different position, but he was similar at Crystal Palace, a team that wasn't attacking as much in a game, wouldn't create as much, would sit behind the ball, would absorb, would counter. And counter-attacking teams typically don't score or create as many chances as the more offensive teams. And I think Arsenal, one, they're responding to what City and Liverpool are doing. 2, there's a reaction to the attacking element of their game last year being poor. I think Eze has the technical ability, the mental strength, and the physical capabilities and physical capabilities are so important here, because what Arsenal have to do is sit. They have to attack against low blocks 25 to 30 times a season, home and away in the Prem. You need to be physically strong and mentally strong to maintain the press, maintain the pressure, continuing to try to stay calm. I think Eze can do that. I think he has the technical ability to be on the front foot, but what he offers Arsenal, and this is the masterstroke. This is the part, as we get to 5 minutes and 30 seconds in, that people are not thinking about. They're not considering. It's not in their heads. Arsenal last year, in my humble opinion, were terrible on transition. Terrible. But the volume of opportunities Premier League teams get in the transition is massive. Massive. One of the biggest in the top 5 leagues in Europe. Victor Gyökeres is on his way in. I've only ever really seen him deliver in the transition. Well, Arsenal are going to get a lot of transitions. Whether it's you're attacking from your box, breaking from somebody's attack, or you're pressing high and winning the ball back, they're all counter-attacks. It's a little bit of a muchness, really. Whether it starts on the edge of your box, near the centre circle, just inside their half, there might be one less pass in it, but the premise is exactly the same. If we're going to be honest, tacticos will try and make it sound like rocket science, but it's bloody not. Win the ball back, 2, 3, 4 players with pace, attack, couple of passes, get into the box, bang, shoot, score. That's what you're aiming to do. Cold, hard light of day, it's what you're aiming to do. Gyökeres is coming. Stand on that. I think he is. Eze can do that sleepwalking. In his sleep, he's one of the best transitional players in the league. And nobody is thinking about this different element that's going to be added to Arsenal's game. How's Arteta going to use him? How are they going to play? Well, they're going to be more attacking in a lot of football matches. But I think what you'll see Arsenal do in games is have moments where they say, all right, you can have the ball for a minute then. Go on then, have the ball. We'll pounce. Arsenal's counter-attacking last year, especially when Saka was out, was poor. Suddenly, though, with Saka, Eze, Martinelli, Declan Rice crushing late into the box, Eze, Gyökeres, in a counter-attack, it's a new dimension. It's a new situation. And something we haven't seen from Arsenal for a couple of years, been really good in that transition. There's so many more goals to come from it, so many more games to kill off, especially last year. 14 games drawn. I think the stat was 9, 10 games they were winning and they drew. The amount of opportunities in those games. Go back and watch them. I watched every single Arsenal game last year, every one of them. The amount of times they'd win the ball back, 1-0 up, 50th minute, chance to counter-attack, score this goal, it's 2-0, the game would have been over. 2-0 up, score this goal, game would have been over. But they messed up. The Brighton game at home last season, yes, they went down to 10 men, which is, still looking back at it, was a robbery. But the counter-attacks they had, the chances, when Brighton were trying to win themselves because they had the numerical advantage and Arsenal couldn't capitalize. I'm sorry to say this, whether you hate Arsenal or love Arsenal, with Eze and Gyökeres in their team, it's a cheat code in those circumstances. It's another level. And it's why I think we're set for one of the greatest title races of all time. Liverpool, of course, the favourites. City, you can't write them off. But look, if Arsenal they've got to pull these deals off. There is some talk about Xavi Simons, maybe it's an alternative and everything else. They're right to have backups. But if Arsenal pull this off, if Arsenal get this done, wow, what a race we're in for. Who's winning the league? Look, you're probably all going to say Liverpool still. That's still my marginal favourite right now. But to be honest, it's anybody's game. Do me a favour and hit the like button, please. Make sure you are subscribing to my channel here. Go check out my main channel, the Football Terrace, as well. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.